Right. We're going to talk about 3.02 determining themes for this. And again, you need to make sure you're doing things in order because one thing builds upon the next. And in 3.01, you should have read or listened to Edgar Allan Poe's The Cask of Amontillado. All right. And you made inferences. You made guesses based on the information that you were given. Okay. So now we are moving on to determining themes, and you're going to have to use those inference making skills to determine themes because a lot of time the theme isn't just spelled out for you. You know, you have to think about things. All right. So let's take a look at 3.02. And again, we are in narrative writing. All right. So again, you need to make sure you have fully read or listened to the story. All right. And you're going to answer short essay questions about the themes. All right. So you need to make sure that you understand what theme is and know how to use those inference skills. All right. Um, yeah, so theme is what the author is trying to get across, all right? Like the deeper level meaning, what is he or she trying to get us to take from the story? Even if it's a little kid's story, or if it's, fiction, it still has a theme, and there's probably some kind of moral or lesson or something to be taken. Okay? So it tells us here, themes are tricky, all right, because we must think about the characters, the action, the setting, all right, and then think about the deeper meaning. Again, using inferences because it's not going to be just stated. The theme of this is, all right, we got to think about it a little bit. All right, so Little Red Riding Hood. All right, so if you think about that story, so remember how much trouble she got into when she wandered through the woods alone. Remember she told a stranger where she was going. All right. You try not to use cliches as themes, but so that's a lesson. Never talk to strangers, never travel alone. All right, and I think that's good advice for all of us as well. And then if you think about Romeo and Juliet, all right, what might be the theme? A theme statement is going to be a whole statement describing it. So you could think about how that ends. You probably read that in eighth or ninth grade. Quick decisions made by young people often lead to tragedy. We know that that did not end well for them. All right. Okay. Now, here are some common themes, but again, you want to think of it as like a theme statement. So many things that we read, it could be about love, death, passage of time, revenge, seasons of life, or mystery. All right. So that alone, that could be a theme, but you want to think of more of a line of a theme statement. Okay. So what did Romeo and Juliet tell us about love? Or what about death? Okay. And you want to think about what it is that the author's trying to tell us about this, okay? And then that's how you're going to determine theme. All right. So you're going to watch a little video here. All right. And then you're going to, again, think about the themes for Edgar Allan Poe's story. All right. Don't forget to take a look at the details of the assignment and the grading rubric. Make sure you're looking at the rubric as well. Some of you are doing maybe part one of something and then not part two. All right, so let's click on our assignment. Again, you can scroll down and go to print. And then again, that'll save that right into your Google Drive. And you can type right on this. All right, it's helpful for me to be able to see your questions and your answers. All right. Please, please, if you're using a Google Doc, give me permission to access your document. Some of you've got to be tired of me giving you a 0 and then saying, please resubmit. It takes me a lot of time to do it. I already got 100 assignments to grade a day, so please. It also takes me longer to get back to yours because it puts your assignment back at the end of the queue. So if I have 100 assignments ahead of yours now, just because you didn't share it with me, you're going to have to wait longer for me to get that graded. So y'all going to make me lose my mind up in here. Anywho, please just do that. All right. So, answering complete sentences. This is English class, and I'm not cutting you any slack because we're virtual. So do it right. All right. Complete sentences. They need to have subject and verbs, punctuation, capitalization. All right. So what does the author want the reader to feel? That's dealing with mood. All right. What technique does the author use to help you visualize the place? All right. Uh, how has the author described the people to make them seem like they're real? Is there any emotional connection to the story? All right. And then you have to write a theme statement. Statement. All right. Not a question, a statement, and not one word. All right. So if it's something about loyalty, what about loyalty? If it's about love, what about love? If it's mystery, what about mystery? Okay. Go back and look at those theme statements for the examples that you were given. All right. Let's look at the grading rubric. All right. So your questions you've answered. All right. With excellence, using specific details from the story, proper spelling and grammar and capitalization. All right. And again, make sure your theme, make it one sentence. All right. What is the story about? What does the author want us to feel about that? All right. And then you will submit that when you are finished.